What a beautiful day, huh?
Yeah.
Well, should we get started?
Sure.
Yes.
Enough dilly-dallying, Ryan. Okay, today we're going to be looking at Zoom breakout rooms, how to set them up, and why use them, and how to use them a little bit. And then I'll run through the demo and the overview, and then give you guys a turn, and you can go ahead and put us into breakout rooms. So this is going to be a hands-on session, okay? My name is Ryan Detwiler. I'm associate faculty at Miracosta College. I'm the coordinator of the CATESOL online teaching interest group, and I maintain the website eslvideo.com. So we're talking about using Zoom breakout rooms, and I'll do the overview. Let me see, chat. I'll do an overview and a demo. We'll put us into breakout rooms so you can see what it's like, and run through a couple important reminders, and give you guys an opportunity to build the breakout rooms and put us into them. Maybe we can look at some example projects or one and talk about some of the ways that we can use this. So we use Zoom breakout rooms to put students into small groups or into groups for, we put the students into the breakout rooms for pair work, small group discussion, group work. Anytime that you have your class and you want them to break into smaller groups, you can use the breakout room feature in Zoom. One important note just right off the top is that when you're the teacher and you're in the main room, you cannot share your screen to the breakout rooms. I know that's a bummer. Okay? You cannot share your screen to the breakout rooms. Breakout rooms. So the question that you kind of have to tackle is, how will I assign the content to my students when they are in the breakout room? How am I going to do that? If they're on a phone, if they only have a phone, maybe ask them to write down the questions. If they're on a computer, like maybe many of you are, maybe I can paste my discussion questions into chat, or I can paste a link into chat. Maybe I can share a Google Doc. I'll do this right now just for fun. Just to show you what I mean, this is another option, is I could take that Google Doc. Let me see if I can open up the chat. Chat. I'm putting this into chat right now. You guys can open it up. Do you see chat? Are you guys able to open chat?
Yes.
Cool. So if you open up that link, that is a shared Google Doc. Everybody in this conference can edit it because I have the permissions set to anyone with the link can edit, like you can see in the little picture I have on this slide. Anyone with the link can edit. That's how I made that doc. So that doc actually has the questions that I'm giving to you guys when we do our example. When I put you into the breakout rooms, if I wanted you to talk about some questions, that's another way that I could share the questions with you. It really is going to depend upon the level of your students and how comfortable they are with the technology and what kind of technology they have. If they only have a phone, it will be difficult to navigate from Zoom to Google to, you probably just want to stay in Zoom. Maybe do a breakout room for discussion groups, but don't ask them to go jumping all over the place. It gets very confusing. So you might have them write down questions or send them the day before in an email. I don't know. Pasting the questions into chat, I'll do that, and you can see that sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and I don't know why. I don't know if it has to do with the device or the operating system or the browser, but I'll copy the questions and I'll paste them into chat before we go, before I put you into the groups, And some of you will see the questions in chat, and some of you won't. So what I often do is I'll ask the students to copy the material that I've pasted into the chat. They know how to do that. And then when they go to the breakout room, if somebody can't see that, those questions or those links, they can paste it into the chat, and only they will see what's in the chat in that breakout room. Whatever you share in chat is kind of private to that breakout room. What else? Let's move along. Well, let me ask, any questions so far? You good?
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
One question.
Yes.
So you mentioned that when you're in the breakout room, the chat is only available between you and the other breakout participants.
That is correct.
And you also mentioned that you as the host cannot share a screen while people are in the breakout rooms, but can you do a global chat still to people in the breakout rooms? So you as host.
No. That's why there is this question. How will you assign the content to your students? Because you can't just broadcast it out. In some cases, like I'll demonstrate, I'll paste it in the chat before you go to the breakout room, and some of you will see the text, the questions when you get to the breakout room, but maybe some of you won't. I don't know why. It's just not reliable. So you have to have some workarounds. Have them write them down, have them copy and paste themselves, share a Google Doc. You need to figure out, how am I going to, the other way to do it, guys, is you go to the room and paste it in each chat in each breakout room. So if you have 12 students and you're putting them in 4 rooms, you just join the room, and if they don't have the content, paste it in there. Leave, go to the next one, come in, check and see if they have it. So you can just check in with everybody. That's the other way of doing it. Answer your question?
Yes, thanks.
Cool. You're welcome. Thank you, everybody, for coming, by the way. So the breakout rooms overview, when you're the host, only the host can see the breakout room button. If you're the host, you can see the breakout room button. And sometimes you won't see a breakout room button. Sometimes you'll see the breakout room link in a more menu. So if you don't see it down in the toolbar when you are host, click the more button and it should be an option. Okay? When you click the breakout room button, you see this pop-up appear. And this is how you assign the students into the number of rooms that you create. Here it says assign 0 participants into 1 room. I don't know why it says that, but when I do it, when I click the breakout room button, I think there are probably 20 of us here, right? It'll say assign 20 people, and then I can toggle that up or down, put it into 7 rooms or 8 rooms. Automatically or manually? Automatically is just going to, Zoom will automatically just put 3 people into 7 rooms, or whatever we determine there. Manually would give us the breakout rooms, and then we click assign and there's a student list. What does that look like? That looks like this. So if I pretend I click manually, create breakout rooms, and it would look like this. There'd be 1 breakout room. In this example, there's 1. This is the manual view. And I can rename it if I want, right? If I wanted to. But I'm going to click assign, and what that will do is provide me with a list of participants. In this example, there's only 1, Erica. So in the manual view, that you see the breakout room, assign, there'd be the list of participants, and then I would just check the students who I want to put into that particular room. Okay? You have 12 students, 3 are going to go here, 3 are going to go there. When you're done assigning them in the manual mode, you would click open all rooms, and what that does, guys, is that will send them to their breakout rooms. They'll either go automatically, whoosh, or there will be a button that says the host is inviting you to join this breakout room, and they just click it. Sorry, I don't know why that. Sometimes you go automatically and sometimes there's a button, but you click open all rooms after you've determined where they're going to go, and then that will put them into the rooms, either automatically or by invitation. So then everybody's off in their room and you are all by yourself and you're in the main room. When I click that, you all will go away and then I will be here by myself in the main room. And that's kind of good because sometimes students come in late. And so if I'm hanging out, everyone else is talking in the room, and then maybe a student comes in a little bit late. Hey, how you doing? I'll assign you to this room. I'll put you in this room. And at that moment, or when you want, you can put them or add them to a breakout room in progress. Okay? And so as I'm sitting here all by myself, you guys are all in your breakout rooms. This is what I see now. And I have 3 options: broadcast, join, or close. I can see who's where, and I can broadcast a message like 5 more minutes. I can go in and see how they're doing. I can click join. And then when everybody's done, when time's up, or looking at the clock and okay, that ought to be enough time, I can close the rooms. And when I click close the rooms, you will see it. It will give you a countdown. 1 minute. In 1 minute, if it goes all the way down to 0, you automatically come back to the main room. There's another option, just to click the button and you'll return to the main room. But if you don't click that button, regardless, when the countdown expires, you will automatically come back to the main room. In my experience, the students generally wait for that countdown to go to 0. They're usually talking, usually working on something, and they'll just wait for it to get down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then they all come back at the same time. Okay? So when it's your turn, you won't see this until after you've sent us all to the groups. And your jobs are going to be to broadcast a message, maybe join a group, say hi, and leave that group, and then come back to the main room, and then close the rooms. We'll all come back, and then we can pass the hat to someone else. Okay, and they can try. So this will be our demo, and let's pretend that these are the questions. So here I have, remember, on a phone, I might want to ask you guys to write these down if you only have a phone. Computer, I can copy the questions and paste them into chat, and ask you to copy them and share them with your breakout room mates when you're in there if they can't see them. Or I could put them in a Google Doc and get the link to the Google Doc and paste that into the chat. Hey, I want to try something here. This is, look, I think this is formatted text, right? And I want to see if formatted text pastes into that chat. Let me see if this works. Huh, it worked. So I pasted the questions into the chat, and I'm going to go through the steps that I just showed you. I'm going to click breakout rooms. I'll click automatically. I'll do it right now. I'm going to stop share. Can you guys go ahead and copy the text that's in the chat just in case they don't follow you through to the breakout room? I'm clicking breakout room. There are 39 participants assigned into how many rooms? 9? No. Let's say 12. 12. Okay, so there'll be 3 to 4 participants per room automatically. So automatically you'll be parsed out. Ready? The next thing I'm going to do is click create breakout rooms. All of you should get an invitation or just automatically go. And when you get there, look for a little green banner. I'll put on there, I'll put like, hey, this is the broadcast message. It's easy to miss. See if you have the questions in chat, and I'll come in and I'll join at least one group. Okay? Ready, set, go. Did you get an invitation, Ruth?
No,
No. Let's see. Are you sure? Let me see.
I don't know where to look, but I don't see anything.
So you're supposed to go to Breakout Room 3. So there should be a button that says you've been invited by the host to go to Breakout Room 3.
Okay, if I click on breakout, okay,
There you go.
And I'm Lisa Gonzalez, and I'm the vice principal at West Contra Costa Adult Education.
Wonderful. I have a question for our organizer. I'm trying to copy the questions into a document in Google Docs. I mean, can I do that, or is there an easy way to do it?
There is. The easiest way is to select them and then
Yes.
use your keyboard commands, like command,
Copy.
Then you would
Yeah.
open up your Google document, put the cursor where you want those questions to go, and
Yes.
then command V like Victor.
I'll do that. I'm just in the process, but I had to open my ESL Google Doc.
You're well on your way. You're doing great.
And I will add, Ava,
Yeah.
I see the questions in the chat.
Hi,
Yeah,
Ingrid.
that's where I copied them. That's where
Hi,
I
Brian.
copied them.
Hello.
Thank you.
I'll see you in a bit. Hi, guys. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello. Everybody's muted here. They're in the breakout rooms. Do you want me to put you into the breakout room?
Yeah, I was in the meeting before. I just lost internet access, but I know that you were breaking this the participants into their breakout rooms.
Okay.
Please.
Well, actually, I think I'm going to call them back now.
Perfect. Thank you.
So I'm clicking the Close All Rooms button. Now they've all received the message that the room will close in 56 seconds. Some of them will probably wait until it gets all the way down to 0, and some of them will just come right back.
Okay.
Uh, 18 seconds to go. Three, two, one. Hey, gang. Hey, ho. When you come back, you're muted. So the reason why that is because that's a setting in the Zoom settings. You can toggle that so that when people join rooms or join the main, when they go back and forth, they're automatically muted. If that's something that you like, you can do that in your Zoom settings. If you think that that's just going to confuse the students and they don't know how to unmute easily, then just leave that off in your settings. But right now everybody's muted except for, I think, Paula and I and a couple of others.
Yeah.
No, I'm not muted.
Well, tell
I
me,
have a question for you.
what was the experience like?
So do you have time for a question?
Please.
So when we were in our breakout room, our screen did change. Were you showing a different screen? We actually got, it looked like you were showing something different. And I know you said you couldn't share while you were in the breakout.
Wasn't me. Must have been somebody in your room sharing.
Yeah. Accidentally, right?
Okay.
But
Nope. Nobody fessed up to it.
Well, I lost my screen for a while, so it's probably me.
Ah, okay.
Got you on the side.
I had the same issue. I had a different screen up, but I clicked on the Zoom icon at the very bottom of the tray, and then all the videos showed up of all the participants.
Okay. Was it distracting? Did you think it was an error, or was it you were just playing around and exploring and you noticed that?
It was automatic, and I was wondering if we were going to see each other as video. So I just clicked around to have fun with it to see if I could. But we had audio, so it was fine anyways. But it worked out because then when I clicked that one icon, all the people appeared.
Oh, it sounds like you turned off the video and turned it back on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Darla, that's actually something that you really want to know about, because sometimes, you have to sneeze or somebody's walking around in the background. You just quickly turn off your camera. You can also mute yourself off. You can know where those controls are.
So,
Yes.
Ryan.
Hi, Andreas.
Can you share your screen? Because we're all students now, and you're the host.
Yeah.
So can you share your screen right before the breakout room? We're going to see what you see or what you do.
No, unfortunately not. That's the bummer. I can share my screen to the room that I'm in. We all can. If you turn on the settings so that participants can share their screen as well, then your students, when they are in breakout rooms, they can share their screen, or when you go to their breakout room, you can share your screen, but you can't be in the main room and broadcast out to all of the breakout rooms, unfortunately.
Thank you.
So Luz says, yes, we can share our screens within the groups. So if you're in the group, you can share your screen. So if you're in the group, you can share your screen with each other. That's correct. Okay, any other questions? It sounds like some of you opened up the chat and saw the questions.
Mm-hmm.
Meeting was short. Okay. What's next? I'm going to share my screen. And make this a little smaller. So let's move on to some kind of important stuff. It's important that you make sure that, and you probably don't need to do this, but if you're looking around for the breakout room button and you know that you just can't find it, check and make sure that breakout room is actually enabled in your account. Some of us have older confer.zoom accounts, and I think they had an upgrade. I know one teacher, at least, the toggle was off. So when they went back into the settings, scroll down to in meeting advanced, and then you come to the breakout room, just toggle that on, and now you can facilitate breakout rooms. That's important. Here again, remember that you can't share your screen from the main room to breakout room, so you have to figure out how you're going to get the content there. And Another important thing is that when students are in breakout rooms, they can't communicate with you. You can't see what they're writing in chat. In that breakout room, when you're writing in chat in your breakout room, you might think that you're broadcasting to quote unquote everyone, but it's not everyone. It's everyone in that breakout room. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So they can't communicate with you, but they can ask for help. They can ask for help. There's a button. Sometimes it's hiding a little bit, but they can ask for help. But most likely you'll be checking in on them from time to time, depending upon what they're doing, or they know that they'll only be there for a period of time. Kind of a fun thing here. Your students can test their internet connection and audio video equipment before they even attempt your class. And this can be something that you send out in the email or however. You can Google Zoom meeting test or Zoom test meeting, and you can try it out yourself, right? But it's just a sample meeting that Zoom has, and that has a couple little activities to let you test to see if your speakers are working and if your video is working and that kind of stuff. All right. So for anybody who's come late, I'll go back and I'll review a little bit later, and because I think that as I give you guys control and let somebody try it, we're going to step through it all anyways. So let's see, and we just slow down, don't worry about it. We've got plenty of time. So if anybody wants to give it a go, what I'll do is I'll make you the host. You don't do this with your students, but you can do it if you're practicing with other teachers, like later today or tomorrow. If you want to practice this whole thing with other teachers or friends, you would pass the hat, or however you'd say that, by making them the host. Okay? And the way you do that is by going down to Manage Participants and finding their name in that list, and then next to the name there's a More button, and you make them the host. And I'll walk you through that. But who would like to try?
I'd like to try.
Who said that?
Shirley Colta.
Shirley. What's your last name?
Colta, Kolta, no picture.
Okay,
No
Shirley.
video.
All right. So I'm going to go to Manage Participants, and I see Shirley's name. Next to Shirley's name, there's a little button that says More. I'm clicking that, and it says Make Host. So Shirley, don't go anywhere, okay?
Okay.
When you come back, you're gonna have to make me host again, or somebody else. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
That's
So
fun.
so you're the host, and now Shirley, you should see that you have the capability of opening up the breakout room panel. Do you see that button?
So I see more. I don't have breakout room at the bottom. Oh, yes. So more. And then at the very bottom of the list, we have breakout rooms. I clicked on it.
Okay.
And now the students or the teachers are already assigned to breakout rooms.
That's correct, because I already configured it. So what you're seeing is the previous configuration. You can modify that if you want. And the way that you would do that, I think, is what is it called? I think it's like reshuffle or recreate. And what that means is that it will assign automatically all of the students into that number of rooms. So you can change the number of rooms, but recreate is just going to shuffle us all around. So go ahead and click recreate, and then the next option that you have is to send us to the rooms.
Oh, the students are still in the same rooms.
Are they?
Yeah, so I clicked on recreate all rooms and nothing happened.
Huh.
Oh, when I hover over a student's names, there's a button that says move to or exchange. So maybe I have the option of moving students from one room to another?
You do have that option.
But I can't like put all the students in different rooms, like as if I'm starting from the very beginning.
I think she went for it.
I'm in a room.
You're in a room. Hi, Calvin. So what do you think of all this, Michael?
Yeah, I like it. I need to do this too. Can I be the next one to do this?
If you speak up fast enough.
I'd like to. Try to.
It really is fun. And to tell you the truth, whoa.
Yeah, this is moving pretty fast. I'm sharing again.
She's moving me around. Hi. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Hi. Hi.
Hey, have you guys played around with different views? You see how there's speaker view and there's gallery view?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, look, she made it. Do you see the green banner at the top that says 5 more seconds? That's the broadcast. And now she's closed.
Okay.
Now she's closed. Don't go anywhere just a second. Let's read it. What does it say? It says breakout rooms will close in 51, 50, 49 seconds.
Yeah.
So if we wait, we'll automatically go. Most students will just wait. Which is fine.
Can I ask you a question now?
Sure.
I think you just said it, but now if we chat, it's only in our room, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
We can try it right now. I'll open up chat. I'll say hi. You guys will see that, and when we go back to the main room, you will see it, and you'll think that everybody can see it, but they can't. They can't.
Oh, okay.
Even though it says everyone.
Even though it says everyone, it is to everyone. It's to everyone in this room.
Oh,
Okay.
gotcha. It's the chat. Okay.
And then if we want.
Hello?
Man, we are
Hello.
cruising.
Okay. Sorry, I kept you in those rooms for so long.
No, Shirley, you did fantastic. You really did.
It was not long.
You sent
your message.
I saw your message.
Okay, yeah, I have a question about the message I sent. I said you guys have 5 more seconds, but when I clicked on the button after 5 seconds to put everybody back in the main room,
Yeah.
there's a screen that popped up and it said you have 60 more seconds to send the students back to their rooms or something like that.
Yeah.
And it started counting down. So I was not the one that decided when the students should go back, you know?
Oh. There's a ghost in the machine.
Yeah.
I saw the 5-second note.
I believe that you're able to adjust that. I think you can adjust that. Just Google how do I adjust the Zoom countdown. But you're right. You're right, Shirley. When you click close all rooms, it's like a 1-minute warning. You give to the kids, you know, 1-minute warning. So you said 5 more seconds, but you probably might have wanted to say like a couple more minutes.
Right. Okay. But I wasn't able to make you the host again. I don't know how to do that.
Okay. And this is important to know, like if you practice with your colleagues a little bit later, but you go down to manage participants. It's down at the bottom.
Okay.
Manage part. Look for my name, which I think I'm going to come up as CATESOL Organization.
CATESOL Organization. Oh yes. And then more, and then make host.
Yeah, 1-minute warning, Luz. How do you see the countdown? That pop-up actually just has it right there. If you click the blue button to come back to the main room, you miss it. But most of the students will just wait until it counts down. Okay. So I'm the host again.
Yeah.
There's a few more people that came in. Do you want me to do a quick review, or does somebody want to go for it?
Can I try it?
Yes, you can try it, Mike.
So I'm going to click on what, participants first?
No, not you, because I'm the host. So I
host,
need to
okay.
make you the host. Who's ever the
Okay, I
host will be.
gotcha.
So I'm going to click on Manage Participants and
Okay,
then scroll through for Michael Darcy.
right, that's me.
Michael. There you are. More and make host. So Michael, you
Okay, now I see something. I see manage participants now.
but you don't want to manage the participants. That again, that's just to pass the host thing around. Well,
I see.
you're looking for breakout rooms.
I see a mobile. I see.
I'm sorry, can I ask Michael, can you share your screen with us so we can just kind of walk through what you're seeing?
The controls, you can't see the controls. I can share my screen and show you the buttons. But
Great. Please.
the only way that you can do that is if you have to try it yourself, or you can look at the screenshots that I have here.
Okay, yeah, I saw the screenshots. I just thought seeing it more than once would be helpful.
Right. Unfortunately, it doesn't share.
I see breakout rooms. I see it. Yeah, I see it there.
He probably sees it in the More menu, and then it pops up. It's not going to look like this. It's going to look more like this now, because actually, Mike, if you don't mind, do you know how to take a screenshot of that? Maybe put it in chat.
You mean of what I'm looking at?
Yeah, you don't have to do it. Somebody down the road, somebody knows how to do that, maybe take a picture of what you're seeing and put it in chat later. If you don't know how to do it, don't sweat it. I know you've got a lot.
I have a snipping tool on my computer at the LA Times, but I don't know what to do on this.
Okay,
but if someone knows how to do it, sure.
Baby steps. Let's go baby steps. So you're looking at the list that you can recreate. I think it's called recreate. And once you recreate, you can click the button that says open all rooms. Before you do that, Mike, remember that when you click that button, you'll see this, and you'll have the option to broadcast a message, join a group. Why don't you join a group so you can see how you can check in on a group? And then finally, when you're in a group and then you leave that group and come back to the main room where you're all by yourself, click close all rooms, and that will give us the countdown and bring us back. Okay?
Okay, so let me start from the beginning. I'm going to click, now what happened to the breakout room button? It's gone.
Uh-oh. Not on your screen?
Look under more.
Oh, here's more. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, now I got it. At first it was a separate thing. Mm-hmm. Okay, now I have it. So now, what was the first thing I'm going to do, Ryan?
And click that button and look at the pop-up. See if you can try recreate. See what happens if you click recreate.
I'm looking for that. Down at the bottom. I see it there. Okay. Recreate. There's a drop down. Just click recreate, right?
Yeah.
Okay, recreate all rooms. Okay. It says 42 participants into 12 rooms. Does that sound right?
That sounds good.
So I click that.
Now you're ready for liftoff. If you click that blue button that says open all rooms, we are all going to go.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
This is way more than anything I've ever done. I feel like I've blasted off into high-tech world doing this.
You do it like 3 or 4 times, and then you get more comfortable with it.
Okay, let me see. Here we go.
Here we go.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi there.
We're so lucky. Look, we've got our teacher in the room with us.
We have our teacher with us.
Pamela, what kind of camera do you have? It has a zoom feature.
I don't. It's a Logitech that I got. Are you asking that for real? It's a Logitech. People have asked me what kind of camera. Apparently, it's got good.
It zooms in on you when you start speaking.
You know, I got it on Amazon. It was the type of thing, I'll say this quick, no box, no instructions, nothing, so it's much cheaper. But all you have to do is plug and play. That's all it is. It's a Logitech, you guys. It's really good. It has a microphone in it.
Okay. Before you...
It's on my monitor.
Oh. Hey, before you click that blue button, do you see the countdown? Do you see how it says breakout rooms will close in 33 seconds?
34, 33,
So most teachers click the blue button. Most students wait for it to count down.
Oh.
Okay. And waiting to be led by their teacher.
Yeah, they're usually so involved in the conversation.
Before, I have a question. How well does the meeting work if my students are using their smartphones? Most of them just use smartphones.
It works fine, but you have to go back to slide, I think, 2 and figure out how you're going to share content.
It worked. We're all back, huh?
You did great, Mike.
Yeah.
So now, Ryan, how do I make you the host again? What do I do there?
Well, let me see. Does anybody else remember how to do that? Pop quiz. If he wants to make someone else the host,
Go to manage participants. Could you be a host? Can we do a little relay?
Manage participants on the bottom. Okay.
And then go to the CATESOL organization. And then
find a participant, CATESOL organization. Okay, that's right below me. Then I click that, right?
Click more. There's a more button right next to it.
And then more. Okay.
And then make host.
Make host. Okay, got it.
Brian, what are the steps between open all rooms and bringing us back?
It's this one right here. Once you open all the rooms, you see this. And if you don't see this, if it's hiding, just click the Breakout Rooms button again, and it'll bring up the panel. And then your options are to broadcast a message. So I want you guys hopefully to broadcast a message. Go ahead and click that. It'll open up a little window, and you can just put a test message, you know. And that's one way that you can tell your students 5 more minutes, or, you know, whatever you want. And then you can also join a room. So I don't know if Mike had enough time to do that, but all you do is just click these join buttons, and then that's how you enter into those individual rooms. There's a leave room button down in the right corner when you're in that room, and that's how you come back to the main room. So you can join, and then the last step when you want them to come back is you just close the rooms. You open them to send them, and you close them to bring them back. All right?
And how would you, if you want to talk to a group, you join the group and then you just begin talking, or is there another procedure?
That's the procedure. You join the group and begin talking, or put something in chat.
Okay.
I have a question. When you join a group and you're talking to them, how do you exit then to go back to this?
Actually, all of us can leave a room at any time. When you're in your room, this next time when we do this, when you're in your room, look in the lower right corner below the video screen. It says leave room, and that means leave the breakout room. One mistake that I've made, and everybody seems to make at least once, is try not to accidentally end the meeting. End meeting means end the meeting. It's different from leave room.
Oh.
Okay? When you're the host, you can end the meeting. So, and you're going to do it. It might even happen today. If all of a sudden the whole thing ends, it was just a mistake, and just click the link and come back. I've done it. Everybody seems to do it at least once. Leave room means you leave the breakout room and you come back to the main room. End meeting means you end the meeting for everybody. Who wants to try next?
I want to try.
Hold on, I can't see. Hold on. Let me do I'm really glad that you guys are enthusiastic about trying. That's great.
Can
Who wants to go?
me? Me, look in my hand is raised.
I see a Susan.